Many urban legends, those whispered warnings and late-night horror stories, are built on real events. But what if one of the scariest tales you know isn't just a story? What if it's real? Tonight, we uncover the chilling truth behind The Babysitter and the Man Upstairs, a seemingly innocent urban legend that hides a dark, horrifying reality, the unsolved murder of 13-year-old Janett Christman. This is no campfire tale, this happened. You've probably heard the story, a young babysitter alone at night. The kids are asleep upstairs. The phone rings, a stranger's voice on the other end.
Have you checked on the children?
The babysitter calls the police. Moments later, the phone rings again.
The call is coming from inside the house.
The story ends in a terrifying revelation, sometimes with the babysitter escaping. Other times, not so lucky. But here's the part no one tells you. This legend is based on a real murder. It was a brutal killing so disturbing that it forever blurred the lines between myth and reality. It was March 18, 1950 in Columbia, Missouri. 13-year-old Janett Christman decided to skip a party that night. Instead, she agreed to babysit a toddler for a local couple, the Romacks, at their isolated home. As the rain poured down and freezing wind rattled the windows, Janett found herself alone in the house. Or so she thought. Somewhere between 10:30 and midnight, a call was made from the Romack residence to the local police station. The operator could hear frantic screams on the other end. It was Janett. Her desperate and chilling words pleaded for help. But before she could say more, the line went dead. When the Romacks returned home around 1:30 a.m., they found the phone off the hook and a scene that would haunt them forever. Janett was lying lifeless on the living room floor. She had been raped and strangled with an iron cord, her body showing signs of a violent struggle. Nearby, the toddler she was babysitting was safe. He had slept through the entire ordeal. The police believed the killer was someone Janett knew, but despite a thorough investigation, no one was ever arrested. The case remains unsolved. One suspect stood out, Robert Mueller, a friend of the Romacks. Mueller was known for his disturbing behavior, making inappropriate remarks about young girls, including Janett. Just a day before the murder, Mueller had visited the Romack house and made unwanted advances toward Mrs. Romack. On the night of the murder, Mueller was unaccounted for during key hours. The police found eerie evidence. Janett's body bore puncture wounds, possibly caused by a mechanical pencil, something Mueller was known to carry. But despite circumstantial evidence, the investigation fell apart. Mueller was never charged, and the case grew cold. Janett's murder left a scar on Columbia, Missouri, a scar that would be covered up by folklore. Over the years, the story transformed into an urban legend, The Babysitter and the Man Upstairs. It became a tale to frighten children, a warning to babysitters, and the inspiration for horror movies like When a Stranger Calls. But at its core, this legend serves as a chilling reminder. Sometimes the monsters we fear aren't imaginary. They walk among us. The murder of Janett Christman remains unsolved to this day. Was Mueller the killer, or did someone else escape justice? The answers are buried in the past, and with every passing year, the truth drifts further out of reach. But the fear remains. Urban legends aren't just stories to make you jump at shadows. They often reflect real horrors. The legend of the babysitter isn't the only one with roots in truth. From the body, under the bed to poisoned Halloween candy, real events have inspired some of our darkest tales. So next time you hear a scary story, ask yourself, what if it's not just a story? After all, every legend begins with a sliver of truth. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows. If this story kept you on the edge of your seat, be sure to like and subscribe for more mysteries, myths, and magic. And remember, when the phone rings late at night, you may not be alone.